Hey coach. So after I finished weightlifting, I went straight into practice. Um uh first I practiced before I did weightlifting, first I did like a video inside in the theater room, but I thought I should actually go outside to work better. I thought it would work better if I went outside for the right leg so I could have more space, open space. Instead of kind of like compact. But we had to go to the weight room, so we went to the weight room first. By the way, that went very well. Um, it was all nice. They had, they actually didn't have the machine that you were talking about that does all of them, but they did have them individually. So they had an ad, abdominal, abdominal machine and an abdominal machine. I believe that's how you say it. So I used both of those and I got a picture of both of those. They didn't have hip flexors, so I used a purple band for that, and it was definitely um, pretty tight. Uh, I also did the expert. You'll see it when I send you the screenshot because I don't know the names, but it starts with an E and X. I did that. I had to do that with a band as well, with a purple band. Which also wasn't so bad. I did the box jumps, which I have a video of. I also have a video of when I did, I think, the abductors. Um, it was either the adductors or the abductors, but I definitely have a video of one of them. I have a video of me doing box jumps, which were pretty nice. I ended up taking off my shoes, just thought it would be easier instead of the weightlifting shoes that I was wearing. Um, what else? Hello. Yes, I also did med ball chest passes. I couldn't do it to the wall because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have let me hit the wall with a med ball. So instead, I chest passed it to Jay where I was on the ground. I didn't get a video of it because me and Jay were doing it together. But I was on the ground with a mat like this. I had the 4 kilogram med ball, had it back, went up, passed it. He was at a pretty good distance and he passed it back and it went down. And I did that 25 times 3. And I did that 25 times 3 sets. Is that everything? I think that was everything. Basically the stuff that I couldn't do with the machine, I did with the band. Oh, and core. They actually did have like 2 core machines. So one of them was an abdominal core machine, which I really liked. So I did that 3 sets of 10 and I changed the weight of each set from easier to a little heavier. Then there was also this other machine. I think it's called a abdominal / dip machine, where you hold on to it and you lift your legs or you lift your knees. And I did that 3 sets of 10. And there wasn't weight on it, so I didn't have any weight. And then I also did 3 sets. I also did low plank, 3 sets of 45 seconds. And I also did side planks, 3 sets of 20. I believe it's 3 sets of 20 or 25. But yeah, that's everything I did. And now to talk about practice. So we came back. I went outside to practice. And I hope, coach, I really hope that I got it right. Because when I say it felt so good, just doing it the first time, it felt really good. And it felt like I threw air and like my bloodstream, like I threw, when your hand feels so weird after you throw so hard without anything to hold. Like I didn't have my strap disc or anything. I was kind of just doing the footwork. Next time I should have my strap strap disc, but it felt so good. I was just so excited during the first one, and then I was so excited when I did the second one that it was hard for me to calm down on the third one, where I kind of like, I had to take like deep breaths during the whole practice from discus and shot put just to try to calm myself down, because I was just so excited because it felt so good and it felt like I was doing it right and that I was finally understanding. Because after I watched the video that you sent me of that guy, I was just like, oh, he's still dropping his leg. Like, he lifts it in the beginning, in the very beginning, but then he drops it, and it's not necessarily like a drop, it's just dropped at an angle, but it didn't come up. It kind of just stayed that way and turned. So it finally kind of clicked for me, and I didn't worry about it, because for me, I always worry that it's not high enough, because I forget that if it dips, it's okay as long as it doesn't come up when it does that. And not like a dip, just like at an angle. Like a swoop, but an angled swoop. And when I thought of that and I did it, it just felt so good that I really hope I'm doing it right, because it really felt like a great feeling. And I think the rhythm was pretty good. I think if I had my strap discus, my right arm wouldn't have came up as much. That, or I'm also not sprinting early, or I'm having a late sprint, because it's either I'm having a late sprint or I just needed a strap disc to keep my hand back because it was bent, or both. Because I just noticed that during the video, even though I would get like the right leg and stuff, my arm would kind of come up, and it would go back during the sprint. It would start coming back, but in the beginning, when I turn, it would kind of come up, and then you would notice that my arm is bending. So that's also why I think I should probably have a strap disc next time, or just sprint a little earlier. In the beginning, like I said, after those 2 times in the beginning, it was kind of a little funky afterwards, just because I was so excited and pumped. I also did side and front view, not only for you but also for myself, so I can compare with the guy that you sent me. When I did front view, it was towards, I think, the middle of when I was doing fronts, where I remembered that you told me to make sure to pick up my right leg earlier. So I thought of that, and it just felt better even more. And it looked almost like that dude. Or some of it did, and then some of it I had a little bit of a pickup of the knee, but not so high, like where it's over exaggerated like I usually do, but just a little pickup. But it still looked good, and my hip would go first, and then my discus would come. It also proved to me that my discus really isn't back, because when I land in the power position, I more of like had an open stance than a closed stance. But I think that's just because I need to sprint a little earlier and possibly just keep my discus back more. But yeah, that was it, and it felt so good. I went into shot put and I just did the exact same thing, and it looked practically exactly the same, except after the first 2, I remembered that I'm supposed to lift instead of truly going linear. You go up. So that's what I did, and it looked awesome. And I really, really, truly hope that is right, because I thought it was just so good. Bless you. It just felt like a really good practice. The weight room was good. Jay did some of the stuff with me, and like I said, I do have some videos this time. I also have pictures. I took pictures of the gym. I took many as I could without looking disrespectful. I didn't want to I didn't want people to think I was trying to take pictures of them while they were working out. So yeah, I al- I also asked them about yoga, and I got a schedule sheet of it, of when they do yoga. But anyways, I hope you're doing well. That was my practice and weightlifting. Hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Oh yes, and we'll talk to that guy soon. My mom tried calling him, but he didn't answer. So I believe she'll call him again soon. So yeah. Anyways, thank you and bye.